Good day. My name is Dan. For our 5-minute lessons with Dan, today we will talk about physical and mental health. This is part of a series of talks about the different aspects of improving your team's productivity level. Even before the pandemic, 61% of teams reported that they are burned out at their current job. 31% feel high level of stress at work. Stress is terrible for employee productivity. Think about it. When you feel down or stressed, don't you find it hard to do great work? Stressed out people are more likely to make more mistakes. They are more likely to get sick because stress suppresses the immune system. This is also one of the reasons why HR functions measure and report sick leaves. These reports will show trends based on the functions and seasonality as well. The more stressful your work environment, the more often your people will take sick leaves. Even worse than taking frequent sick leaves is when people come to work even if they're sick. This is known as presenteeism. Employees are present at work but not very productive. Sick team members perform poorly and are likely to pass around their germs and in today's cases virus, making the problem even worse. This is more concerning, especially now in the pandemic. We started tracking sick leaves by company and by department. I suggest for the leaders who are listening to this lesson to do the same. What you are looking for or what you will be looking for are trends. Is your sick leave instances going up or going down, or is maintaining a high number? One of the things that you can implement to address wellness and physical and mental health of your employees is wellness programs. Here are a few examples. Number 1, encourage employees to take a 20-minute break each morning for a walk, a quick workout, or some simple stretching exercise. Personally, I walk around after sitting in front of my computer for about an hour and a half. And I do that for about 5-10 minutes just to recharge myself. For HR, you can set up company wellness goals. If your team uses fitness trackers, these are the watches that counts the number of steps you took for the day, set a group goal to walk a certain number of total steps. If you meet the team goal, you can celebrate by going to get a healthy lunch together. If your team health plans, your HMO providers offers any wellness support programs, I suggest that you avail them. I know that a couple of HMO companies I have worked with encourages wellness programs because it brings down the usage of their health insurance. Get your team together to participate in a marathon or an obstacle course race. A former client of mine who used to be the general manager or the country manager for Lixil, Philippines, he used to love marathons. So as a matter of getting his employees healthy, he usually encourages them to run with him on weekends. Another example is start a weekly fitness class, either virtually or, if allowed, because of the level of pandemic we are in, you can do it in the office. Give your team permission to take mental health days. They are not gonna be more productive when they are overwhelmed and highly stressed anyway. Let me put this very clearly. Employee wellness is not just an HR responsibility. Employee wellness is a leader and a manager's responsibility. We are responsible for our people. My question to the listeners: what can you start in terms of wellness programs in the next 10 days? Thank you very much for watching our 5-minute lesson for the day. Stay tuned for more lessons.